Good morning. This is KELOLAND on the go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your weekend. We also have your Boredom Busters coming up, at first, our top story. Sioux Falls police say their efforts to reduce the number of vehicle thefts in the city appear to be working. The city launched a Lock It and Pocket campaign earlier this year to encourage people to lock their car doors. Police say the message appears to be sinking in because for the first time in years, they're seeing a decrease in thefts.
We're hoping that trend continues through the rest of the year and we see a decrease. That would be the first time that we've had a decrease in like 10 years of stolen vehicles.
So far, 950 cars have been reported stolen compared to more than 1,000 at the same time last year. To take a closer look at the annual crime reports in Sioux Falls, we've attached a link to this story here on KELOLAND.com. The 30-day grace period for free or reduced meals in the Sioux Falls School District ends 1 week from today. That means if families who qualify for free or reduced meals last year don't submit a new application, they'll revert back to paid status. The district says an application can be filled out anytime during the school year and can be submitted multiple times. Completing it before the grace period ends ensures an uninterrupted reduced rate.
If you just get it in, if there's anything that we can help with, we're always here. They can go in any of the schools, they will help them. They can call child nutrition. We're more than happy to help them. It's a very simple form.
Applications can be filled out online and in person. Around 20,000 people attended the 59th annual Governor's Buffalo Roundup in Custer State Park Friday. The Roundup helps the park maintain a safe level of bison throughout the park. It also allows staff to perform health checks on the more than 1,400 animals.
People get to come see South Dakota, like you said, see a bison for the first time, and they get to see in a really unique event that our staff take pride in. There's the energy, there's the joy, and I think a lot of people walk away with a happy face. Even with today where it was a little bit slower because it was hot, I think still people enjoy the atmosphere and the experience of seeing the Roundup.
Custer State Park typically keeps just over 900 bison throughout the winter months. Let's take a first look at the forecast now with meteorologist Adam Rutt in the Storm Center. Good morning, Adam.
Good morning, Perry, and good morning, everybody. It's a comfortable start to the weekend across KELOLAND as we go into the final weekend of September, for that matter. We'll start with a view from downtown Laverne. See the bleachers there getting ready for the Tri-State Band Festival with a parade coming up in a couple of hours. It will be a great morning for that. Cool one at first, but you are not going to need any kind of coat as you head into the afternoon. In fact, it is going to be t-shirt and shorts weather, not just today, but really for the entire weekend. 50 with a view from our camera downtown with a nice sunrise on our hands. You can see that peeking over on the right-hand side of your screen. And also Aberdeen looking beautiful on this Monday morning. Also cool, 46 with a northeast wind at 3 miles per hour. We're also at 46 in Brookings, Huron, and Sisseton, 52 for Worthington, as well as over the border in Iowa towards Spencer, 51 in Pierce, 61, however, in Rapid City, 59 for Spearfish, and 58 up in Mobridge. The wind isn't going to be a factor today. It does pick up, however, as we head into the work and school week next week. We are going to stay warm for a little while longer, but fall tries to make another appearance. The question is going to be, how long does this last? We'll have that answer coming up in your 7-day forecast.
All right, thank you very much, Adam. A Sioux Falls native who's now a successful Hollywood filmmaker is attending this weekend's SuperCon in Sioux Falls. Nick Simon has been the creative force behind several popular horror movies during his career. He says last year's strikes by Hollywood writers and actors have had a chilling effect on movie making up to this day.
Personal opinion, I think a lot of the studios used the strike as a way to end the streaming wars, which weren't going well anyway. So I think that the biggest change now is from when I moved out there to now, I think there's a lot less work, so it's and to be honest with you, there's a lot less things being shot in Los Angeles.
Despite the industry churning out fewer movies, Simon has a new project in the works. He expects to begin filming a remake of the 1982 horror film The Entity later this year. Simon will be taking part in a SuperCon panel discussion on horror films at 3 p.m. today. The doors open at 8 a.m. at the Sioux Falls Convention Center. Admission is $20. SuperCon runs through Sunday. Fiera del Salud is a free, family-friendly health fair that focuses on the needs of the local Latino community. The event includes a variety of services and opportunities to learn about health issues, including heart disease, cancer, and diabetes. There will also be flu shots, vision screenings for children, plus glucose testing and blood pressure readings. It's taking place at the Avera Prairie Center in Sioux Falls from 2 to 5 p.m. The Tri-State Band Festival features 19 bands performing and competing in Laverne, Minnesota. The parade competition begins at 9:30 a.m. along Main Street. That's followed by the field competition in the afternoon at Cardinal Field at Laverne High School. The Big Sioux Review features performances by 16 marching bands from South Dakota and Minnesota performing at Brandon Valley High School. Gates open at 5:30 p.m. Admission is $15 for adults and $10 for students and seniors. And the richest rodeo in South Dakota history takes place tonight at the Denny Sanford Premier Center in Sioux Falls. The Cinch Playoffs features rodeo performers vying for a share of $1.3 million and the Governor's Cup. The action starts at 7:30 p.m. Tickets start at $13.75 on up. Adam?
Well, it's going to be a struggle to find things to talk about in the weather department, at least from an active weather standpoint. The closest anything gets to us is what's left of Helene that got absorbed by another area of low pressure currently sitting east of St. Louis and southwest of Columbus, Ohio. That's going to stay out that way and be the eastern United States problem as we head through the weekend. Closer to home, we just have a whole lot of nothing going on. There was a frontal boundary up to the north, that's basically there for show. It's going to try and sag down to the south, but has nothing of substance to go with it. As a result, we stay dry, and we also stay unseasonably warm through the weekend, and for some, even through the start of your next work and school week. Then this cold front comes around. It's not a very robust front in terms of moisture, but the cool down behind it is going to be noticeable. We go from 90s this weekend to 60s and a couple of 70s by Tuesday. But as I mentioned before, with the question of how long do these autumnal temperatures last, the short answer is not very long. In fact, we warm up again as we head toward the second half of the week. All the while, rain is going to be just very difficult to come by. Whether it's the European or the American outlook over the next 7 days, we are bone dry. The difference is after the 7-day forecast when we hit what I like to call grain of salt territory with the outlook. Beyond the 7-day forecast, the American model tries to get something in place, but even then, it's really not all that impressive. What we won't be lacking in will be warmth, especially this weekend, where it's going to feel like we went back to the middle of summer. We briefly cool down behind that cold front Tuesday, to a lesser extent later on this week. But we do stay warm and above average as we head through really the end of the week and into next weekend. We're going to try, keyword, try to get something in place later in October. But the new month starts off warm and above average. Maybe not as warm as today, or tomorrow for that matter, but above average all the same. 90s across much of the area with a couple of 80s up to the north and east. Overnight low temperatures tonight dropping into the 50s if you're East River, but then 60s out to the west. For your day on Sunday, like I said, another hot day, especially West River, where we see 90s to near 100-degree heat. For your East River locations, 80s to around 90. And that dry weather is only going to keep that heat very much in place so long as the ground stays parched. And I think it will. Here's your 7-day forecast. Notice the drop from Monday to Tuesday, going from 84 to 67. Then we get back into the upper 70s by Wednesday into Thursday. After the 7-day forecast, like I said, we try to get some more seasonable temperatures in place, but overall the trend is above average. For Aberdeen, 90 this weekend, then dropping to 67 by Tuesday, only to climb back into the upper 70s for Wednesday. They try to cool down a little bit by Friday, getting into the 60s, but even then it's still going to be technically by that point above average. In Pierre, we'll see mid to upper 90s through Sunday, down to 70 by Tuesday, and then get back up into the 80s for Wednesday, all the while we stay dry. And in Rapid City, we will also have dry weather from start to finish, near 100-degree heat, not out of the question on Sunday, easily in the 90s today. You get a break Monday into Tuesday around 70, then you get back to that as you head toward the end of next week. Stay cool, have a great day, everybody. For more on your local news, weather, and sports, you can always head on over to KELOLAND.com.